Remember that time when Katy Perry asked Neil deGrasse Tyson, is math related to science? Hey, the answer is a hardcore yes. But I ask myself, why is my boy drama related to science? I was thinking about how to organize this video, and I was thinking of doing it from just my science classes from the beginning of high school all the way up to spring semester of my freshman year of college. I know what you're thinking, boys and science. Like, really, Maria? That's really mature. I don't want to hear more about your boy drama already. I don't care. Well, or maybe you're just like, really? Why? My relationship with science is that one relationship where like it starts off fun in the beginning and it's great, but then later on it feels like you're doing a lot of the work and you're putting a lot of effort into it, but the reward isn't like equal or more than what you put into it. So that's me and science. Okay, all the boy crazy stuff really started 9th grade biology. That was when I realized I really hated biology. Science, it's mostly just memorizing things and memorizing vocabulary words and how a cycle works or how this part of your body works or how that works. The way my biology teacher taught us, she gave us a website for our classroom where she would post the PowerPoint slides, and then at home for homework we would just have to like copy down 50 slides, and the next day in class she'll explain the slides, but all we do is just really fall asleep. And one takeaway from that class is that we got to dissect pigs, and that was around the time where I was really into Grey's Anatomy, and I made the first cut because everyone was too chicken to do it. Plus, I became a vegetarian that year. I was really grossed out and sad, but I took one for the team and I cut that pig. Oh, that's not halal. While biology was super stressful for me because she was barely teaching us anything, I was having little meltdowns in my basement in front of my chalkboard wall where I would try to memorize the whole cellular respiration thing and how that worked. I honestly don't even remember. Like, it's been 5 years. And I was talking to this guy. We're gonna refer to him as biology. I had a big crush on him, and like he was into me, and that was the very first time where like someone I liked actually liked me back. But then later on, I wasn't allowed to date him because of course I was 14. I can't drive. My mom isn't gonna drive me and drop me off to dates with this guy. He was so cute though. He had chronic migraines and he would always miss school a lot because of his migraines. And my mom was like, I'm not gonna let you date a sick boy. No, I'm not gonna drop you off to the mall for your first date with him. And then later on that night, he told me,
I actually like this other girl and I was really hoping we would hit it off before Valentine's Day.
And I was like, but we were supposed to be with each other for Valentine's Day. But yeah, I just like forgot about him and he like moved away and all. But he was there for me when I was having my meltdown on studying for biology, because what I did is I took a selfie and then he commented, you're so photogenic, and then all my friends were like, ooh, carrot, carrot, carrot. I don't think it's archived. I deleted it. I look so gross. I was so surprised because how could someone like that like would find this attractive? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That's like the total nerd package. Braces and glasses. Ooh. Moving on. Sophomore chemistry. That was when, you know, it's fun at first. You're like, ooh, we're doing labs. This is so fun. Also, the guy that goes along with chemistry was a guy I met at science fair. I've been doing science fair from the 4th grade all the way up to the 10th grade. And I had one break in the 6th grade where it wasn't mandatory to do it until the next year where like, okay, 6th, 7th, 8th grade have to do science fair. Why? Because we're an MST school. It's like STEM, but without the engineering. But it's really funny because my very last year of doing science fair, I made it up to regionals and I got 3rd place in like a really big group. And the guy who got 1st place was the guy I ended up talking to for 4 months, which was a really waste of time because long distance does not work. And he claimed that he fell in love with me, and I was like, no, you idiot, you can't fall in love with someone you only met once. And that was the end of that. Next year, junior year, where I did AP chemistry. I don't know, I thought I liked chemistry because it's not really much of memorizing unless it's like, this is the periodic table, you have to memorize these parts of the periodic table, what is CHO 232, all of those. But I really liked it because it was mostly problem solving and it was math, except no matter how hard I tried that class, I ended up with a C+. So the next semester, I dropped out of AP Chem because I couldn't do it anymore and it was getting too hard and I didn't want to be something that I was not. And what's the guy that correlates to that? My very first boyfriend. Yep, my very first boyfriend. It's really funny because like the way I look at it, it made it look like I dropped out of AP Chem to have my first boyfriend, so I traded science and all that studying and spending hours on homework for dates with my ex-boyfriend. And he ended up being a jerk. I don't want to talk about him. He wasn't that great of a person. Next one, senior year, where I took forensics. That was an elective class. I didn't even have to take science anymore. Like after, I think it's after sophomore year, you don't need to take science anymore. Yo, it's Maria from the future, and somehow I'm comfortable with the internet seeing me with a towel on my head. I totally forgot about physics. like that class was so bad. Like, it's hard to teach physics, and I want to forget about AP Physics because I got a 1 on that test, and it was so hard. I was very unprepared. Really wasted $90 on a credit that I wasn't going to get. But yeah, that was the last science class that was mandatory. Nothing eventful happened in there except for my 1 that I got on the test. Yeah. Okay, continuing on with the program. I'm not gonna count AP Psych because like that's technically social studies and there wasn't really like anything climatic in there. But forensics. Funny thing is, there is no boyfriend there. The man I'm gonna talk about is my man Hannibal Lecter, also Anthony Hopkins, because we have to do this book report on like a murder mystery or anything and connect forensics with it, which I don't really know how because it was like psychological and all. But we had to do this book cover and I drew Anthony Hopkins on it. I even laminated the book cover. I wish I had it with me, but like she kept it for the future and the student example because I really worked my butt off on it. It's so weird though. I really hated that class. That was a waste of time. I only did that for 1 semester too because you know me, I work so hard. It's fun in the beginning, but then it's like I'm growing apart from you and I don't like you anymore because I feel like I'm doing all the work but the outcome is just not the same and we just gotta break up. So I broke up with forensics, but Anthony Hopkins is on my wall. I graduated high school, yeah. Then Chem 101. Chem 101, it's so easy after it's basically sophomore chemistry. Literally the same thing but just easier. Who's the guy with that one? Cute guy from Chem. Cute guy from Chem. He's cute guy from Chem. We don't talk anymore, but like that was a thing for a month. So like the thing for like that chemistry class is that if you have an A after the 3rd exam, you don't have to show up for the final, which was on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. I did not have to take the final. So I was like, oh yay, I have an A in the class and I have the cute guy from chem. This is great. And then he's like,
I don't want to pull the trigger on anything. I'm not ready to date. I'm not ready for a relationship. Like, this is like my first time in like doing all this. And I'm just not ready. And I don't want to string you along. I don't want to do this. But I don't want you to wait for me.
and then in other words, he just rather study than date me.
Maybe it's because of my lack of experience, but I'm just not ready to pull the trigger.
And I was like, what? What?
Yeah, none of that was funny, but that took me a while to like figure out how I wanted to format that. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Like, it was a lot of whats. I mean, he's really cute and all. He has a great personality. Like, I could just listen to him all day and talk and spend time with him, but he just wasn't ready. So cute guy from chem is just out of the picture. He's like in the picture, but like not really in the... Actually, he's just not in the picture. He's just like, you know, like that Sunday afternoon painting. He's like those little people in the back. The last little chapter, Biology 102. And honestly, I'm so happy that none of my parents or like family members peer pressured me or forced me to become a doctor, because after the grade that I got on that test, you do not want me to be your doctor. Dr. Din is Dr. Maria Din? No. Just because my initials are MD doesn't mean it's gonna be medical doctor. MXD, medical extreme doctor. No, that's not gonna happen. That's why I'm a business major. That's why my major is marketing. And there was a slight transition from my childhood elementary science when producers and consumers used to be plants and animals, but now they're buyers and sellers. And yeah, speaking of the whole boy drama thing for Bio 102, cute guy from chem is in there, and we don't talk anymore. We sit like 5 feet away.
I just remember there was like a movie trailer that came out that's literally called 5 Feet Apart with like Cole Sprouse and it's a cystic fibrosis thing. Anyways.
One day was 4 feet away, the 5 feet away from him where we're not talking. It's weird for me, and I guess it's weird for him. None of us are saying hi to each other. He doesn't want to sit next to me. He doesn't want to be in a relationship because he'd rather study than be with me, or just figuring himself out. I don't know what's going on. Even I'm not ready to pull the trigger on anything because right now I just don't want to be with anyone. Science is cool, science is fun, but I'm more of the problem-solving thing than the memorizing thing. Is boy drama related to science? Yes. Cue the end card.